one thing that has definitely not changed on this map is how steep this road up here is. That is absolutely crazy. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Holmåkra and Forestry Friday, and we are going to start off on this fantastic forestry map by surveying for somewhere for us to set up. So the idea of this series is that we've got this old Land Rover here. It's the Santana. It's got 1,348 hours on it, and so it's worth about $1.5 grand. We have 300,000 in the bank with no loan. We are on a start from scratch setup here. And yeah, we're going to start a forestry setup from scratch with no loans. So I recently had somebody in a series say to me, "Oh, you always just go and borrow money and do loan stuff." So yeah, this series, £300,000 and no loans. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. One of the nice things about doing a forestry thing with seasons is that we don't have to worry so much about the weather. We're able to plant and harvest trees fairly well. So I've come up this road here because there's a couple of areas I want to have a look at. One of them is an area that we have done previously on the FS19 version of this map, and the other is an area that's fairly close. So if I pull over and stop here, I think these are the areas. So we've got a fairly big pine area over here, and then we've got a very big spruce area over here. So let's have a look at our map. And what we're looking at is we are here at 51. So this area here has quite a lot of stuff to it. That is too expensive. That is also too expensive. I think I need to go a little bit further up. We've got a possible area here which has quite a lot of stuff in it. So there's a really useful key here. So we've got retention areas here. But we've got a nice big old spruce area here. And then we've got a young spruce area here in 16. So 12, this area here with 12 in it, that is 147,000. This one here is 222,000. So I think, yeah, we want to move up this row a little bit further and go and have a look at these areas. Oh, wow. So the road sort of skirts around here like so. And yes, so the areas where we're looking at, I think, are down this way. Yeah, there's no road down between these two areas. It is just a lot of very bumpy terrain. We want somewhere where we can flatten out fairly nicely to make our area. Oh, what's that there? That looks like a little bit of a hollow. Yeah, this here would probably do us pretty well to set up an area, I think. And then we can head up into, well, this is area 16 over here with the fairly small and young trees. So that, I think, is not going to be exactly what we're after. What have we got more this way? Oh, wow, that gets really steep as we get up into the older trees up this way. But would do us fairly well, I think. Yeah, look at that. That is a pretty steep area. And actually, that's 16. We want the other way. Wow. I think we're actually fairly well off. Ooh, that's quite some steep stuff going up here. I think the Landy's going to have a little bit of trouble getting up here. But oh, I don't know, actually. I think we might be all right getting up the top. Getting trees down here shouldn't be too difficult. But it's what I really want is a fairly flat area to work. And this is going to be... Okay, there we go. So yeah, we've got... The reason this area is a little bit cheaper, look at that view, is simply because it's going to be a little bit harder for us to work. Whereas the younger trees over this way is a lot more dense. This is why this is so much more expensive. I think we're going to have to start with the older area, though, with the bigger trees, simply because we can afford this a lot better with our 300,000. So let's drive this down carefully. I think if we set up at the bottom in this retention area, this is why I love a Land Rover, we should be able to have a nice area here. Yeah. That we can set up camp and get things going. So let's get buying some land first up. To do that, we'll pop into here. We're going to buy this area here. So 60. It doesn't actually tell me what 60 is, but I think it's a fairly decent area for us to be working down here. We will buy that. Yes, please. Perfect. And then head to the map overview. So we own this area here. And then I want to put... I think this is as good as area as any to place camp. Let's just drive down here a little bit. We want to get a little bit closer to the other area down the bottom here for us to retain in. Yeah. We've got a good area here. We've got... Oh, wow. This is probably where we want to start, I think. And then we've got a bit of a dip. And then we've got another retention area down here. But, yeah, this flatter area here, this is going to be perfect for us. So we'll set up camp around here and get going. And so to do that... we got a... hide or a viewing platform or something here. I'm going to set up base camp here. So first things first, we need to get ourselves a tent placed. Only one item allowed per farm. Where is the other farmhouse? I will have to go and fix that and get rid of that. But yeah, I'm going to want to place that at some point. With this done, though, with our first bit selected, I think what we need to do is need to pop down to the shop. We are going to need to get some equipment. So, yeah, let's head down to the shop and do that. So we're down to the shop area. I think we need to open the gate. So this is where everything on this map is sold and purchased and everything like that. This big shed here did have a whole load of equipment in it and everything before I started. I kind of got rid of that because we are doing a bit of a challenge on here. There does appear to be a workshop in here, although it's not active at the moment. I think we'll probably have to place something up at our camp. So what do I need to do to get here? We need to find the shop area. So where is that? The shop. Actually, we do have a vehicle workshop. The shop itself is here. So about here-ish, I think, is where it's telling me it is. I'm going to have to turn back on the info triggers and the markers. Here we go. Okay, it just tells me shop is around. There it is. Right, head over here. Yeah, until we learn those, we're going to need to set that on. Let's have a look. Have we got anything available on the cheap? It would appear not. I don't think that trailer has a setup. That Valmet for 49,000 is pretty cheap. But I have a better tractor in mind for us on here. And this is an old favorite that you guys have seen here before. Ah, yes, it's the Fiat Agri 18090 that we're going to be getting on here. I want to do this. So this is only 33,000. Wheel setup. I'm going to put wide tires on it for extra grip. There is a really great design in that we can have the forestry design on here. Beacon lights. Yes, let's go for the full whack. Short pre-filter. Don't think any of these affect. I think we'll go with the short pre-filter. No GPS. The number plate on this will be 2. Okay. And where is... I have the forestry design on it. Can I not put the... Now, this should have the ability for... there we go. Configuration. Take front loader attacher. There we go. So, I can go standard. The moment I put on the front weight, I can no longer have the front loader. So we will leave that off and we'll put the front loader on. I don't think I have a need for... we'll put the front 3-point linkage on. There we go. And that does everything I want. I don't want the stall. I think we want a quickie front loader on here. And for 41,300, 180 horsepower, Beer Agri tractor is perfect. So we're going to buy that as our first piece of equipment. Second thing I'm going to need is a chainsaw. We've not got a lot of choice between, well, there's not a lot of difference between them. I think I'm going to go with the Husqvarna on here. There we go. So we've got that. Front loader, I think we should get the Quickie 6M. I think would be quite a good one on here. Can we have... Don't think we have a Fiat color, so we'll stick with the black on this, with a white design color, I think. Maybe a beige design color. Okay, that I think will work quite well. So we'll grab that as well. And to go with that, I want a log fork. So we'll buy that too. Now we need to get a forestry trailer. There's this quite interesting lizard kit here that has a skidding crane, which we probably actually don't need. But also comes with this small forestry trailer that's fairly inexpensive. There's also this self-made forestry trailer. We could probably stick that on the back of our Landy, although I don't know how well our Landy would be able to tow it. It would save us some money. At the moment, though, I don't need to save the money so much. So let's have a look. What have we got in here that we could possibly... So we could use the Anderson trailer here. That would work fairly well for us, and I've never really used it that much. Otherwise, that Heiselmat would be really useful for us to do a whole load. Can we run? We might be able to run this with our tractor. So we might try and get that. I don't know how well our tractor will get that back up. That is 190,000. So that is something for us to watch out for, I think. I think where we want to go with this is initially, yeah. I'm going to go with this at 19,000. We have the money and can grab it. So I am going to grab that as well. And that is probably enough to get us started. Oh, no. We need something that we can do stump grinding with. I'm very tempted to go with this. I've gone with this an awful lot, but I think actually something like this is probably, yep, we're going to go with this and put this on the front of our tractor, I think. So let's buy that as well. So there we go. We have quite a lot of equipment. There's a huge amount of space on this map to put equipment together. We can actually get all of this back in one go. So let's jump into our tractor. And the problem that we had with this tractor on the Old Stream farm, we shouldn't have on here. We are going to be able to, well, we're not going to be doing any stuff where we're cultivating ground or anything like that. We will eventually want to replant trees and try and get that done. But I think that's something a little way down the road. I think all of this should fit on this tractor, which will be amazing. Do we have a front PTO on this? We do have a front PTO on this tractor, so getting rid of bushes and tree stumps and things with this piece of kit should work fine. Let's connect that up as well. Oh, jumped on the wrong piece of kit. There we go. And yeah. Oh, this makes me happy. This is a really nice setup on here. And I think this is probably what our screenshot is going to be, something along this. Alright, last bit. Connected up. Let's get this all... Ooh, let's get this all back up to our camp. Ooh, hang on. Look at that. This tractor won't work with this trailer. I think we might have to sell this trailer. Yeah, that is not going to work. We either need a single-wheeled one, or we're going to need... Oh, I know what we might be able to do. Let's get rid of this. We're going to lose a little bit of money. Not much, but it doesn't quite work with this tractor. So, let's disconnect that. I do keep jumping on that trailer. Right, move this out of the way. Like so. And then we'll sell this. Alright, customize. No. Sell. Oh, wow. 16,719. Yeah, we're losing a bit of money on that. That wasn't great. Let's see what we've got that might work in its place. I think we might try this one instead, the small forest trailer. In fact, I've got an idea. If this doesn't immediately connect, we'll grab the extra bit that goes with it. So what I'm going to do is... what color to go with? I think we might just get a yellow to go with this. Rim colors will go with the chrome. And yep, we want that on the back. Notkins or Trelleborgs. We'll go with the Trelleborg tires and buy that. Okay. Right, we'll see if this connects. If this doesn't connect, what we'll do is we'll get the extra bit on the back. And yes, it does make our front loader a little bit obsolete, but that's not a huge problem. Right, bring that down a bit. And we'll try connecting this up. It looks like it might do okay connecting to that weird non-moving upper hitch. So let's try it. Yeah, we've got all the wheels on the ground still. So that works. We'll go with that then and get this up to our area. And we can go from there. Actually quite difficult to see out of the cabin of this tractor. But one thing that has definitely not changed on this map is how steep this road up here is. That is absolutely crazy. And oh man, I'm grounding out a little bit on that front. Let's see, can we lift that at all? Ah yeah, there we go, just a little bit. Oh wow, it doesn't want to lift though. There we are. Yeah, it's not a huge amount of clearance, thankfully. I think this tractor will get all of this up this hill. And now we've got the landy back up here as well. That gets everything back up to our area. Perfect. Right, so where is... yeah, so we can start getting trees and things down from over here. I think this area here is going to be our best one to start from. We should be able to get tractor. Yeah, it's leveled off a bit this end. So starting at this end and taking stuff down should work best for us. At some point, I'm going to have to get something to sort our... we might need to get a rear weight for this. Although I've got a better idea. I think what we might do is just attach our... this bit. We need to lower it first. There we go. Right, and then we can disconnect it. Attach hoses. There we go. So if we put that on the back, we should be better off. We can probably attach our log trailer there to the back of the landy and see if that will take stuff. Taking stuff down should be fine. It has a fair amount of power, that landy, so I think we'll be all right there. There we go. So that is then our setup for getting our logs in. Don't know how we open up our log like that. Or maybe I have to actually select them. There we go. Or maybe they need those connecting. There we go. Right, now we can pick stuff up. Perfect. Let's just see if the landy will connect to this trailer. And if that's the case, we are in business. Back it up. That is a fairly big log trailer for this landy, but it will connect to it, so we're all good. Let's go cut some trees. I'm gonna take this one first. Wish I had some way of marking trees. The other thing I really need to do is get hold of a tree. There we go. A tree length mod. I think we've used one before. So I need to go and see if I can do that. Now, somebody told me... No. Right, yeah. Somebody said that there was an easier way of doing this. Oh, that does it. Sort of. Yeah. Like that. Just run it up the tree like that. Can't believe how close that came to the tractor. Right, and then we'll take the very tip off. Because that won't be any good. Like so. And actually, there we are. That is our first tree cut. Bottom bits don't seem to want to. This is going to be pretty heavy. Is that a good length? That's a good length. We'll probably end up getting our eye in this series. On what a good length of tree to cut is. But I'm fairly happy with all of those. Yeah, there is a measurement tool, I think. So I just need to work that out on exactly how to use that. It have... Yeah, there we go. 3.3 meters, 4.5, 4.6, 6.2, 5.4, 4.7, and 5 meters. That is not a bad set of cuts, I don't think. So, yeah, let's load these up and see how full our trailer gets after doing that. Looks like 5 meters is about the longest we want to go for one of these. Go backwards. There we go. Yeah, and it looks also like a full tree or a single tree will probably sort this and get it filled. So, yeah, let's get the rest of this tree onto here and get that done. But this Fiat seems to be much better for our setup on here than it was on the Old Stream farm, which is very good news. Because, yeah, I really want this tractor to succeed on here. Especially, it's one of the few tractors that actually has a forestry attachment or a forestry setup on it. It was very, very difficult to find any tractor that I could put the cage on. Down to the last 2 logs, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be roughly a tree per trailer with the size of the trees we're dealing with here. Let's get this in a little bit further, which is great. That is exactly what I want to do. And we're going to take this down and see if we can sell this wood, get it into the sawmill. And actually, if I can get it into the sawmill, I wonder if we can afford the sawmill. So we'll go and have a look at that as well. If we can afford the sawmill, then we can get started on our production chain on here as well. This last little look is tiny. Not going to make as much money. This is the kind of thing that eventually I'm going to want to actually turn into wood chip, because we'll make more money from the wood chip. But at the moment, that is a pretty good setup for us here. Just one last job to do. We want to switch over to our rear bit of kit, turn it on, and then over here somewhere is our stump. There we go. And if we grind away our stump, that is then going to be very nicely out of the way already. Like that. Wow, that is easy. That is brilliant. So there we go. This tractor, absolutely perfect for the job, for what we're doing up here. Let's take this down. Just see. Yep, there we go. Get that all strapped in. And see if our nice old Landy here is going to actually pull this trailer. It's doing. It's going to need to be a lower gear. Because if this will do this, then let's just not ask it to go uphill much, because that is not going to make it happy. Oh, this next hill scares me a lot. I don't think this is the best idea. I'm going to take us down to second gear. Try and take this a bit slowly. Yeah. We don't want to get much speed up down here, because it will just lift the back of this Landy up this trailer, and then we'll just go careening down. I mean, even with the brakes on, I'm going at like 10, 11 miles an hour. Yeah, this is scary. This is very scary. But oh, come on. Whoa! That's what I was afraid of. It's sending us down too quickly and us jackknifing. Let's see if we can just first this up a bit. Yeah. This may not have been the best decision to put this on the back of this. I think we might need a truck or something. Fortunately, at the moment, we really can't afford it. We are eventually safely down to the Nordic sawmill. Where is our sell point for these logs? We could have fit. We actually probably could have hit another tree on here. Looking at this, is that? Yeah, that looks like the point at which we drop logs off. Right, let's get them unclipped, like so. Yeah. Oh, do we own the sawmill? We own the sawmill already. Okay, that's interesting. So there's lots of stuff you get as base set in here. So we need to unload this wood into our sawmill then. That's the question of exactly where these are unloaded by. Here we go. And there. So no money at the moment, because we own the sawmill. We can get it doing some production now. So different types of wooden boards, planks. Oh, right. So wooden boards create. So that creates planks. Yeah. And it's a little bit confusing as to exactly which. Yeah. So we get those. Right. So let's activate some of the larger wooden boards. In fact, we'll activate all three of them so that we can keep an eye and go from there. And yeah, that is now producing some boards for us, and is actually creating wood chips from it as well. So we'll have wood chips to work with later on. Then do we have another? Oh, right. So that is our sawmill. We've then got the drying station that we can put those boards into. So I think back up to our camp. I didn't expect to own those, but yeah. We don't own a furniture station, which is kind of what I'd like to do. But we'll go from here and get this back up to our camp. As great as the Landy is, it has struggled to pull this trailer up and down the hills. So I think we're probably going to look for another solution to transporting our stuff. It's worked fairly well otherwise. I think it's going to be fairly useful to us for getting down to the area and getting down to the shop and the sawmill and everything and back. So I'm going to keep an eye on it for that reason. Right, I want to place down somewhere for us to sleep because it's getting a little bit on in the day. And yeah, we're just going to have a nice little camp around here. Overlaps with another object. What does that overlap with? I think about here should be fairly good. So let's place our camp down there. Perfect. We've got ourselves a nice little tent to sleep in. And now we've got our tractor up here. We will start building up our empire, or our forestry empire up here, which should be pretty cool. I'm happy with that. I think that's a pretty good start today. We've still got some stuff to do and some bits and pieces to sort out. But yeah, what I think I am going to do is deduct the price of the sawmill from our total. My plan was to buy it, but seeing as we already own it, I think it's only fair for me to deduct it. So I think that's going to be about 60,000 that I need to remove in order to make that fit with our setup. All in all, though, a great start, I think. And yeah, Forestry Friday is back. We're going to be doing this every Friday for the foreseeable future. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.